The Forsaken Pact. The Devil's Bargain. Jack Carter, a seasoned paranormal investigator, had seen things that would haunt the bravest of souls. But nothing compared to the case of Daniel Reeves, a man who made a deal with a demon worse than Lucifer himself. Daniel was an ordinary man until he began worshipping the fallen. Not just Lucifer, but something far more sinister. A devil whose name had been erased from history. A being cast down alongside Lucifer, lurking in the void between life and death. It was said that those who worshipped this entity would be granted power, but at a terrible cost. Daniel, blinded by greed and curiosity, made the fatal mistake. He offered his soul, believing he had time before the devil would claim him. But the demon was not patient. It did not wait for Daniel's natural death. It took him early. The horror began when Daniel was found dead in his apartment. Yet, he wasn't truly gone. His body was still moving, still breathing, but his soul had been stolen. He was a vessel now, a prison for the devil who had been banished alongside Lucifer. Jack and his team were called to investigate, and what they found was beyond human comprehension. Daniel's corpse sat upright in a chair, whispering in a language no one understood. The temperature dropped, shadows moved without a source, and the air became thick with the scent of decay. When Jack placed a cross near Daniel's body, he screamed, not in pain, but in laughter. "He's here," the corpse rasped, "and he's never leaving." The team knew they had to act fast. If they didn't perform an exorcism, the devil would be reborn on Earth, using Daniel's body as its gateway. But the rituals they knew wouldn't work. This was no ordinary possession. The only way to free Daniel's soul was to confront the devil itself. The unholy exorcism. Jack knew that if they didn't act fast, Daniel's body would become the gateway for something beyond human comprehension. The demon trapped with Lucifer was using Daniel as its vessel, and if it fully manifested, no power on earth could stop it. The ancient ritual. Jack had studied countless exorcisms, but nothing in traditional texts could expel a demon of this nature. He turned to an ancient ritual hidden in forbidden scriptures, a ritual so dangerous that even attempting it could cost him his own soul. The ritual required something horrifying, a willing sacrifice. Someone had to offer their soul temporarily to lure the devil out of Daniel's body. Jack, knowing the risks, stepped forward. The possession deepens. The team prepared the exorcism inside an abandoned church, the only place where holy ground still held power. Candles flickered violently as Jack began the chant. The air became suffocating. The walls trembled, and then Daniel's body rose, levitating inches off the ground. A voice that was not Daniel's spoke. "You dare challenge me?" Jack's vision blurred. His body convulsed as the entity tried to enter him instead. The team shouted prayers, but the demon only laughed. The room became a nightmare. Shadows crawling on the walls, blood seeping from the cracks, unearthly shrieks echoing in the air. Then Jack remembered Lucifer himself had betrayed this devil, and that was its weakness. With his last ounce of strength, Jack called upon Lucifer's name. The room fell silent. The demon's scream shattered the windows. In its rage, it lost control, and for a brief moment, Daniel's soul flickered back into his body. "Help me," Daniel whispered. Using that moment, the team completed the ritual, severing the connection. Daniel's body collapsed, and a thick black mist screeched as it was pulled back into the abyss. The aftermath. Daniel gasped awake, his eyes wide with horror, but he was alive. The devil had been banished, at least for now. Jack knew this was just the beginning. Some deals could never be undone, but for tonight, they had won. If you want to hear more terrifying stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.